Good morning, students. Let us discuss mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction in aldehydes and ketones. As we all know, for aldehydes and ketones, there is carbon oxygen double bond, and double bond. The characteristic reaction of a double bond is addition reaction. And since the carbon oxygen bond is polar in nature, nucleophilic addition takes place. In aldehydes and ketones, the carbonyl carbon is sp2 hybridized, making the molecule planar. Okay, and the carbonyl carbon is electron deficient, that is electrophilic. So the nucleophile in the slow step attacks the carbonyl carbon, forming a tetrahedral structure in which carbon forms four single bonds and oxygen bears the negative charge due to shifting of pi electrons. Now in the next step, which is a fast reaction, electrophile attacks this molecule, this ion, and the addition product is formed. Okay, it's a simple two-step reaction. Okay, for example, let us take suppose a reagent HCN, hydrogen cyanide, is added to aldehyde or ketone. The overall product is cyanohydrine. This product is called cyanohydrine. Cyanohydrine, because of presence of cyanide group and hydroxyl group. Okay. See, hydrogen cyanide is a poisonous gas, so it should be prepared in C2, that is during the course of the reaction in the test tube. It is prepared by adding sodium cyanide salt with HCl. Okay, let us discuss the mechanism of this reaction. In the HCN, from NaCN, Cn minus is provided, that is a nucleophile. In the slow step, cyanide ion attacks the carbonyl carbon, which is electrophilic in nature. Okay, the cyanide ion is attached to carbon, and the configuration, the hybridization of carbon changes from sp2 to sp3. Okay, now this sp3 ion attacks the electrophile. In this case, the electrophile is H plus. Cyanohydrine is obtained. See, the significance of this reaction is conversion of acetaldehyde to lactic acid. Now, first of all, see, this is a very important conversion. Acetaldehyde, what do you mean by acetaldehyde? Ethanol, CH3C double bond OH. Ethanol is known as acetaldehyde. And what is lactic acid? Unless you know the structure of the molecules, you cannot do the conversions. Okay. IUPAC name of this is 2-hydroxypropanoic acid, lactic acid. This is lactic acid, this is acetaldehyde, ethanol. Now, see, with the help of this cyanohydrine reaction, we can do the conversion. Since one carbon is increasing in this, acetaldehyde has got only 2 carbon atoms, while the lactic acid has 3 carbon atoms. You can add HCN. You will get what? Cyanohydrine of ethanol, CH. This O becomes OH and CN. Okay. Now this, if we can convert CN into COOH, the conversion will be done. Now CN can be converted to COOH by acidic hydrolysis. Okay. So simple is that. Okay. Now this conversion was asked in board exam. I think it was in 2017-18 question paper. Okay. Now let us discuss more examples of now let us discuss more examples of nucleophilic addition reaction. See, I have summarized that in a tabular form. we have already discussed that this is aldehyde or ketone depending upon the groups here over here. Okay, if there is one H, then it is aldehyde. If both of them are alkyl or allyl, then it is ketone. Okay, since the carbonyl carbon is electrophilic, it is evident from the resonating structure. Okay, this carbon is electrophilic in nature, and this oxygen is nucleophilic in nature. We have discussed this reaction. HCN when added to carbonyl compounds forms cyanohydrin. Okay, cyano. This is a common name actually, not an IUPAC name. Cyanohydrin. Okay, H plus Cn minus. Cn minus is a nucleophile, will go to carbon, and H plus is an electrophile, will go to oxygen. Now let us discuss the addition of sodium hydrogen sulfite. Okay, sodium hydrogen sulfite. Sodium, even it is also known as bisulfite. Na plus SO3 minus, HSO3 minus. Now they will attack. Sodium will go to what? Plus will go to the negative part, ONA, and HSO3, SO3H. Okay, but this equilibrium, this is the compound, then proton transfer takes place, transfer of H plus. Okay, it is because this sulfonic acid group is more acidic. Okay, it will release H plus and it will form a crystalline compound. Okay, crystalline compound. Okay, this H will go over, go to O, and Na will come here. So this crystalline compound is formed. Okay, now this reaction is used, the addition of sodium bisulfite is used to separate aldehydes from any other functional group containing compounds. Okay. Moreover, it can be used to purify aldehydes or separate out aldehydes from ketones in which the alkyl group is bulkier. It is because ketones are less likely to undergo this reaction because of steric hindrance, whereas aldehydes are more susceptible of being attacked by NaHSO3. Okay, this crystalline compound, from this crystalline compound we can get back the aldehyde by just adding sodium carbonate. Okay. Now this reaction we have already discussed. Grignard reagent. This is called Grignard reagent. Okay. Grignard reagent has got R minus MgX plus. R minus will attack the carbonyl carbon, whereas MgX goes to the oxygen, forming this compound. Okay. Now, as we know that for Grignard reagent, hydrolysis will be always there. On hydrolysing, this oxygen MgX will separate out and O becomes OH group. So we can get primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, tertiary alcohols depending upon the nature of the nature of the alkyl or aryl group or hydrogen present here. Okay. Now addition of alcohols. See, this reaction is catalyzed by HCl. Okay. So when an alcohol is being added, alcohol attacks carbonyl carbon being a nucleophile, and H goes to O. It becomes OHOR. This compound is called hemiacetal, which has got an ether as well as hydroxyl group. Hemiacetal. Okay. When excess of alcohol is present, then it happens that this OR substitute OH. Okay. Two ether groups are on the same carbon. That is geminal ether group. Okay. So this becomes acetal, commonly known as acetal. See, in this reaction, we are using two moles of alcohols. Okay. Suppose an alcohol is there. So this is the alcohol. Suppose the ethylene glycol. In ethylene glycol, we already have 2 moles of OH group. Okay, 2 OH groups. Ethylene glycol. So this reaction will directly take up to acetal stage, not in between. It will not stop here. Okay. So what happens is this H and this H goes with the carbonyl carbon oxygen. Okay, resulting in removal of water. Now what is left? C over here, then single bond OCH2, single bond OCH2, similarly C, single bond OCH2. Okay, this is called ethylene ketal. Okay, is that clear? Suppose it is asked to convert methanol to ethanol. Convert. Question is convert methanol to ethanol. Then methanol can be converted to ethanol. Since carbon is increasing, we can use Grignard reagent. See, what is the difference here? We have CH2O group. In this also we have CH2O group. See, this can be written as CH2O. Now what is missing? CH3 is missing. So we can just write CH3 MgBr. First step, it can react with this one and then hydrolyze it. Okay. See, suppose what happens, it is asked like this: complete the following reaction. Complete the following reaction. What will happen? This is the carbonyl compound cyclohexanone. Oxygen from this, hydrogen from this, and hydrogen from this. They will be removed as water. Okay, and what is formed? The ethylene ketal of cyclohexanone. Okay. Okay students, now let us discuss the addition reaction of aldehydes and ketones with ammonia derivatives. Okay, the overall reaction can be represented like this. When an aldehyde and ketone is added to ammonia derivative. What do you mean by ammonia derivative? That one hydrogen of ammonia is replaced by some other group. Okay. So let it represented by Z. I will let you know what does Z represent here. And the reaction is pH controlled, a slightly acidic medium. Okay. This happens is overall reaction is like this. The O of carbonyl carbon and two hydrogens from the ammonia derivative goes off, forming the addition product. Okay. This includes nucleophilic addition and then dehydration. Okay. See, the mechanism is we can say that the mechanism is like this actually. The carbonyl carbon, this H plus adds to the carbonyl carbon. This H plus adds to the carbonyl group to oxygen. Okay. C plus and then OH. Okay. Now this NH2 molecule attacks, forming this complex. Okay. This compound. You have got your carbon with OH here. Now NH2Z plus. Now this loses this, the nitrogen is having 4 bonds and it bears positive charge. It is unstable. It loses hydrogen. Okay, it loses hydrogen H in the form of H plus, forming this again. Means what is left here? Carbon is bonded to OH group. carbon is bonded to NHZ. Okay, again this is unstable, it loses hydrogen. The bonded pair of hydrogen is going to come over carbon nitrogen bond, and this OH group takes away the bonded pair of between carbon and oxygen, resulting in release of H2O. Okay, what is left then? C double bond N Z. Okay, is that clear? So you can go by this reaction. The carbonyl oxygen, the oxygen of carbonyl group takes H plus, forming this one. This H plus acts as catalyst. Okay, and the carbonyl carbon bears the positive charge. Now the nucleophile attacks and forming the complex. Removal of H plus, since it was added, it is a catalyst, it will be removed. Then this compound automatically loses water. Okay, by removal of H plus from nitrogen and OH from carbon. Okay, this compound is formed. Now see, the overall product is just what? Removal of 2 hydrogen from nitrogen and 1 oxygen, double bonded oxygen from carbon. Okay, let us try some examples of this thing. Suppose in place of Z you have hydrogen, it will become ammonia. So you have to do what? You have to remove oxygen from carbonyl group and 2 hydrogen from this. What is formed? C double bond N Z. This is imine. Okay. Suppose you have primary amine. Primary amine. What do you mean by primary amine? NH2 group bonded to one alkyl group, or the nitrogen has 2 hydrogen associated with it. Now the reaction will be as simple as that. The removal of oxygen and 2 hydrogens from nitrogen. What is formed? C double bond N R. This is substituted imine. Substituted imine or Schiff's base. Schiff's base. This such type of compounds are called Schiff's base. In place of R, you can have alkyl, aryl. Okay, anything. Now suppose hydrazine. What do you mean by hydrazine? Hydrazine is NH2 NH2. You can remove 2 hydrogen atoms from any of these 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay, removal of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen will result in the formation of hydrazone. Okay, hydrazone is formed. Now this is what? NH2OH, hydroxylamine. Okay, hydroxyl group and amino group, hydroxylamine. You have to remember these names, hydroxylamines. Okay, so how nitrogen will lose its 2 hydrogen and carbon will lose its oxygen, forming an addition product known as oxime. Okay, now suppose in hydrazine 1 hydrogen is replaced by phenyl group, benzene ring, then it is called phenylhydrazine. So you have to remove 2 hydrogen from nitrogen. Okay, and NH pH, in place of pH C6H5 can be written. This is phenylhydrazone. Now look at this reagent 2,4-DNP. This is called 2,4-DNP. Okay, this 2,4-DNP, you can remove, you have nitrogen, hydrogen with the two hydrogens with nitrogen. Just remove this one. Similar reactions like as that of phenylhydrazine. Okay, but the product is a bright orange yellow, orangey red precipitate. Okay, orange red precipitate. So this is used in the qualitative analysis of carbonyl compounds. It means that if you have suppose carboxylic acid and ethanol, So you can distinguish ethanol from carboxylic acid by adding 2,4-DNP. With ethanol, 2,4-DNP forms orange red precipitate, whereas ethanoic acid does not. It's a characteristic color test. Okay. Now look at this reagent, semicarbazide. This is called semicarbazide. It has two nitrogen with two hydrogen atoms. Okay, let us mark it as 1 and 2. The lone pair of first nitrogen atom is in resonance with the CO group. Okay, this oxygen, this carbonyl group is in resonance with this nitrogen. Okay, it means that this lone pair is not available for the nucleophilic attack. Only the lone pair on second nitrogen can act as nucleophile. So the reaction takes place from this one, NH2, the second NH2. So what is formed? NHCO NH2. Okay, we can use a trick that the NH2 group far away from CO, carbonyl group, will participate. Okay, is that clear? Why this first nitrogen is not participating, the second nitrogen is participating? Because the lone pair of first nitrogen is involved in conjugation with the CO group, that is, it is in resonance. So this nitrogen, first nitrogen, will not act as nucleophile, only second nitrogen can.